Hello, funny ones. How y'all doing today? Funny Bone went on a little trip the weekend, had fun. All the while I was trying my best not to watch anything regarding anything that was happening in the world. But as soon as I got back here, I was looking at some things. And y'all remember I told y'all all this stuff with Donald Trump. Go back and look at the videos from like a year ago before he got convicted of the first crimes that he done. Funny Bone said this all along, that all of this stuff was going to catch up with Donald Trump all at the same time. I told y'all the people that was going to be leading the charge against Donald Trump was not going to be Democrats, was not going to be liberals, was not going to be women's rights and all that advocates. None of that. Donald Trump is going to be taken down by his own Republicans and his MAGA. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Beautiful thing. Because you can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time. But you can't fool all the people all the time. And that's what Donald Trump thinks he can do. Fool people, lie to people, deceive people, deflect. Joe Biden did this, Joe Biden did that, Joe Biden did this. I ain't never seen Joe Biden name and nothing negative with women like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the only president that we've ever had. No matter how bad the presidents was before, and we've had some bad ones, but we've never had somebody so vile, corrupt, incompetent, ignorant, and racial as Donald Trump. Donald Trump is nothing but a con man. That's all he is. That's all he's ever been. All my successful businesses. Donald Trump has filed bankrupt more than anybody that ever been in business. Look it up, people. He's had so many projects that has failed. Everything that Donald Trump has done has failed. Everything. Even his damn presidencies. Both of them. The first one and this one is much worse. Like I told y'all it would be. If he was crazy enough to vote for him. And you were. So look at what we have to deal with, people. If you voted for Donald Trump, you are the cause of a lot of this. Because if it wasn't for your vote, Donald Trump would be in prison. Already. The government had him. And y'all let him off the hook. But a lot of y'all is wisening up. Everything that he does, he deflects off. It's a Democratic hoax. But the Democrats are doing something that I like. They are starting to stand up and push back. Something they should have been done ever since Donald Trump tried the tactics that he's been trying. Should have been pushed back. But people, Epstein's own family just handed Congress evidence against Donald Trump when he lied and said he never sent a drawing to Epstein for his birthday in 2003. Now they got the evidence that he did. The Wall Street Journal knew that, and that's why they published it. That's why he sued them. He thought they wasn't going to never get the evidence. But they have it. So Donald Trump, you sued them. So I think the Wall Street Journal is going to be trying to pay you a visit. They're going to be paying you a visit, son. And rightfully so. But y'all, take a listen. Evidence against Donald Trump. Finally.
Breaking story of all breaking stories, the Wall Street Journal has caught Donald Trump in a big lie with regards to Jeffrey Epstein, and I have all the satisfying details for you next. For context, let's set up the lie with the story that broke last month, followed by Trump's pathological nature on full display, and then we'll knock down that lie with the new bombshell report by the Journal.
Reporting from the Wall Street Journal sheds more light on that book Ghislaine Maxwell compiled for Jeffrey Epstein's 50th birthday in 2003.
Well, I don't want to talk about that, but you ought to be speaking about Larry Summers. You ought to be speaking about some of his friends that are hedge fund guys. They're all over the place.
You see how he immediately deflect? He don't want to talk about that. They ask you a question. And that's what gets me with MAGA and Donald Trump. They learn the playbook from him. You ask him a direct question, he's not going to answer it. He's going to deflect and go to something else. That's the rule out of his playbook. And everybody knows it. And everybody knows he's lying. That's the bad part. Everybody knows now, more people than ever know that everything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth is a lie. The only thing Donald Trump has ever told the truth about is his name, Donald J. Trump. That's the only thing I've seen he told the truth about. But y'all take a listen to this idiot.
You ought to be speaking about Bill Clinton, who went to the island 28 times. I never went to the island. You did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein.
You didn't have to go to the island, fool. You had him at Mar-a-Lago. You didn't even have to leave home. So, of course, you didn't go to the island. You ain't said nothing. Why would you go somewhere and he bring them to you? Take a listen, people.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
You a lie.
Now, somebody could have written a letter.
Yeah, they could have, but you
That's
did.
happened a lot. All you have to do is take a look at the dossier, the fake dossier.
You're a official signal on there.
Everything's fake with that administration.
You a lie.
Everything's fake with the Democrats.
You a lie.
Take a look at what they just found about the dossier.
Lie.
Everything is fake. They're a bunch of sick people.
You the one.
The book that contained a letter bearing Trump's signature and had the outline of a naked woman.
I don't do drawings.
You did.
I'm not a drawing person.
You a lie.
I don't do drawings.
Lie.
Sometimes people say, "Would you draw a building?" And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, for a charity.
Lie.
But I'm not a drawing person.
Lie.
I don't do drawings of women.
Lie.
That I can tell you.
Lie.
They say there's a drawing of a woman.
Yeah, it is. You did.
And I don't do drawings of women.
You did.
And also, Epstein was always a very controversial guy.
Probably
I was
not
in a
anymore.
very high position, pretty much all my life.
I will agree with Donald Trump on one thing. He did draw that back then in 2003. But he probably don't remember his dementia kicking in. I told y'all he got convenient dementia. He forgets when he wants to. Classic sign of somebody who's guilty as hell. Guilty as hell. He don't do drawing. No, not anymore. You probably couldn't even draw a stick man right now. I believe you saying this. You can't draw. You can't lie anymore either.
Fairness, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, lying? Yeah.
I had the top show on television. I had the #1
Why you still am now?
I had everything, right?
And you
I
got
was a
cancer?
very successful business guy.
Yeah, no, you're not.
He was a very controversial. Who would do a controversial drawing?
You did.
Who would do a controversial drawing? That is such a good question, Donald, and I'm so glad you asked. Enter the Wall Street Journal with the expose that you didn't see coming that begins with the title, Epstein Birthday Letter with Trump's Signature Revealed. And here's a few of the highlights.
Lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's estate have given Congress a copy of the birthday book put together for the financier's 50th birthday, which includes a letter with Trump's signature that he has said doesn't exist. On Monday, House Oversight Committee members confirmed that they received a copy of the birthday book, including the letter bearing Trump's signature. President Trump called the Epstein investigation a hoax and claimed that his birthday note didn't exist.
Yep.
Now, we know that Donald Trump was lying and is doing everything he can to cover up the truth,
Yep.
said Representative Robert Garcia, who is the committee's Democratic ranking member. Enough of the games and lies. Release the full files now.
I got to tip my hat to Democrat Republican Robert Garcia from California, Democrat from California. He's over the committee, Democrat ranking member. And he is pushing. Pushing. Keep pushing, Mr. Garcia. Keep pushing. Everybody in Congress, y'all got proof now. Everybody need to push against Donald Trump. Everybody. It's slowly happening already. But this is the evidence right here.
The Wall Street Journal in July reported on the book and the letter bearing Trump's name, which contained typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman.
Yep.
The letter concluded, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The signature was a squiggly Donald below the waist, mimicking pubic hair.
See?
Trump has denied writing the letter or drawing the picture, calling it a fake thing.
Yeah.
He also filed a lawsuit against the Journal's reporters, Journal publisher Dow Jones, parent company News Corp, and executives, alleging defamation and saying the letter was non-existent.
And they got it.
A Dow Jones spokeswoman said, "We have full confidence in the rigor and accuracy of our reporting." Lawyers for the co-executors of Epstein's estate turned over a copy of the birthday book on Monday in response to a subpoena from Representative James Comer, the chair of the House Oversight Committee. In a July 25th letter to the Epstein estate's lawyers, Representative Garcia and Representative Ro Khanna had pressed the estate to release the book to assist in bringing transparency and accountability. The birthday book given to Epstein in 2003, before his first arrest in 2006, was professionally bound and contained letters from dozens of Epstein's then associates, including Trump, former President Bill Clinton, and billionaire Leon Black, the Journal has reported. Some of the messages were anodyne birthday wishes, but others contained sexual references and suggestive drawings or photos. Some of the people who assisted Epstein's former girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell on the birthday book project more than 20 years ago recalled seeing the Trump page among the documents they were compiling back then, the Journal reported.
Those are just the highlights, and if you'd like to see all the explosive details, be sure and visit WSJ.com. If you're a student of Donald Trump, you know one thing is for sure. He will never come out and say, "Well, you got me," or "Geez, I guess I forgot about that." Since there is no video of him signing his name to that image, he will continue to deny, and even if there was, he would probably call it AI and part of the hoax. Well, the truth is, Trump has to keep lying, because if he did cop to the drawing in those words, he would then have to answer the question, "Mr. President, what exactly did you mean when you said to Jeffrey Epstein, 'and may every day be another wonderful secret'? And by the way, why are those words not being repeated every day by those who are seeking justice and enjoy piercing his thin skin?"
Exactly.
Why aren't CNN and MSNBC asking, "What do you think Trump meant by wonderful secret?" when they confront Republicans? Why aren't Schumer and Jeffries working "What did Trump mean by wonderful secret" into their rhetoric when riffing into the cameras on Capitol Hill? And why aren't liberals confronting MAGA loyalists with "What exactly did Trump mean when he said to Epstein wonderful secret" while debating strangers on social media and family members at the dinner table? Let's not wait for someone else to do it. I need everyone to look.
People. Just like I said, Donald Trump has been hiding. That's the reason why he don't want the Epstein files released, because he know he's all over, and everybody else knows he's all over the file. Everybody knows that. Nobody's stupid. If you didn't have nothing to hide, you would have been released, like you said. But we all know you got a whole lot to hide. We know that. So do a lot more of your buddies. High-ranking officials, like I told y'all, Bill Clinton and some of the rest of them that flew to the island and all that stuff. Presidents and all that. So, yeah. We got evidence now. Wall Street Journal always had it. That's why they went on and published it. And Donald Trump said it didn't exist. He said his name was never on Epstein's file. He didn't know him that well. Really? You send drawings of naked women to him and you don't know him? He's had stuff at Mar-a-Lago with you, but you don't know him? Underage people there. Right at Mar-a-Lago. So, no, Donald Trump, you didn't have to go to the island. The island came to you. You didn't have to go to no island. You didn't even have to leave home. Epstein brought him to you. And I'm telling y'all, that's why I said Ghislaine Maxwell, that's why she's not going to ever cooperate with Donald Trump. Because they regarded Donald Trump one of their best friends. And when they was going through all that, Donald Trump was nowhere to be found. Never commented on it, never tried to help them. No kind of way. Didn't offer no help, no guidance, nothing. pretending like he didn't know him that well. Still saying that same lie today. But the difference is now, everybody knows it's a lie. The evidence already done made it to Congress. So we're going to see how Congress reacts. And how many MAGA loyalties he still have to support him. That's the big thing. So people, we not dumb. We know what kind of president Donald Trump is. We know what kind of man Donald Trump is. The man do not fit the position. He's not fit in no kind of way to lead a county in this country, much less this country. Much less this country. Donald Trump couldn't lead a moth to a flame. I'm telling you. But he got some loyal, brainwashed MAGA loyalties. But we're going to see how loyal they be. What kind of characters they really have when they find out how sleazy Donald Trump really is. I'm sure MAGA has children, grandchildren, just like the rest of us. We're going to see how they embrace Donald Trump and keep embracing him once they find out what kind of scumbag Donald Trump really is. And that's fastly approaching, people. I told y'all all this stuff was going to collapse on Donald Trump all at the same time. And this is the beginning. The Epstein file, to me, is going to be the main ruin of Donald Trump. Because people going to find out the real Donald Trump. Just like the Democrats always knew. Always knew. So people, I saw this. Had to share it with y'all. You know, I had a good trip. I did a little bit relaxing and stuff. Come back. And I just said, look, I ain't did a video the whole weekend. So I got to, you know, my subscribers. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna start doing videos that the subscribers only is gonna see first. So y'all please subscribe if you haven't, so you can see the videos when I post them. Cause I'm gonna start doing a whole lot of different stuff with my videos. I told you it's coming, and it's coming. So people, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments, please write a comment down there and say, do you believe the evidence that they implicating Donald Trump, do you believe it's true? Or do you believe it's a hoax that Donald Trump keeps saying it's a hoax? This is a hoax by the Democrats. Democrats ain't got nothing to do with this. So y'all know that's a lie. Nothing to do with this. So people, Funny Bone saw this. Funny Bone thinking about y'all. Funny Bone love y'all. Funny Bone gonna start giving shots out. So y'all write y'all comments so Funny Bone can shout you out. Funny Bone love y'all. Have a great evening. Peace.